Good afternoon, good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for joining this joint webinar hosted by Wasabi and Atempo. We're going to discuss how we can help you to control your cost when your data is growing uncontrollably. I'm Jean-Michel Carré. I work for Wasabi and I am the Alliances Manager for EMEA. And I have the pleasure to present today with my friend Luis from Atempo, who is the Product Manager. And we're going to explain the benefits of our joint solution during this 45 minutes webinar. After that, we will have a Q&A session. And in case we have too many questions, we will take care of this question once the call will be completed. We'll start by presenting Atempo Wasabi, what's important for our data and your data as a customer, how Miria and Wasabi work nicely together. And Louis has presented a very nice demonstration. Louis, this is to you.
Welcome everyone. We will start to introduce you Atempo. So Atempo, we are an open company. We are based in France. We are a company providing software solution to help you to implement data protection solution and data management solution for organization of all sizes. We have a range of solutions to protect, store, move, and restore data. We start 20 years ago. We have more than 2,000 customers all around the world, and we are more or less 200 employees. We are present in different geography. We are based in France. Our headquarters is in Paris. And we have different facilities spread all over the world, in USA, China, Singapore, UK, and all of those you can see on this slide, actually. A few certificates and awards we have received. An important one is the French Tech FT 120. It's an award given by the French government to recognize the potential next unicorn. So very interesting for us and very important award for us with all of those. Jean-Michel, your turn with Wasabi.
Thank you. So Wasabi, who we are a US company. The headquarters are in Boston. The company was founded in 2015 by Jeff Flowers and David Franz, who founded previously Carbonite, who is a famous company as a backup software solution. We are privately held, and now we have more than $80 million financing. And we sell one product, which is Cloud Object Storage as a Service. It means that we have a solution which is comparable to Amazon S3, Microsoft Azure, Google Platform, and many other similar cloud object solutions. We've been recognized with several awards as an innovative company. Our customers, they are in all market segments, public sectors, large private companies, small SMBs companies, MSP, managed services providers, also is a big chunk of our market place. And more importantly, we have a strong technology alliance partner program, and Atempo is one of these 200 plus list of our technology partners. Our value proposition is very simple, and that's what makes Wasabi extremely interesting. The first one is about pricing. We can consider that the Wasabi price are about 80% less than the competition like Amazon, Azure, or Google. And the main reason for which we are less expensive than the other competitors is because we do not charge for egress, upload, download activities. We do not charge for API requests. The second value proposition is performance. This is not because our pricing are competitive and attractive that we did some sacrifices for the performances, but indeed we have extremely good performances. And if you go on our website, wasabi.com, we have a benchmark where we compared ourselves to Amazon S3, and we are delivering something like 5x better performances. And last but not least, when you put your data in the cloud, you have to be sure that your data will be safely protected and in a secure location. So we are hosting our solution in tier 3 plus data centers, certified with ISO 27001 or SOC 2 compliance. And we deliver 11 nines data durability. 11 nines data durability means if you have 10 million or billions of files, you can expect to lose one file every 10,000 years. In other words, it's almost impossible to lose one single file. Last but not least, we offer the possibility to create immutable buckets so that you can place data in an immutable bucket. And for example, if the retention period is for 1 year, for the following 12 months, nobody will be able to modify or to delete the data in the immutable bucket. When I say nobody, I also mean any ransomware or similar attacks will not be able to touch this data. And this is extremely important for our customers.
Before beginning to introduce you our joint solution, a quick reminder. I think everyone in attendees are aware of all of these points, but quick words about that. So, as you know, today data are growing exponentially, and structured data are the core of everything because of technical and technology evolution we have seen this last year. The volume of data we are managing today and in the next year will continue to explode and to grow exponentially. Two quick numbers, very interesting. In 2018, 33 zettabytes existing in the world, and by 2025, more or less to 200 zettabytes. So as you see, the volume will explode and will continue to explode and to grow. So because of all this technology and all this evolution, we need solution to manage this volume. New challenges regarding this data, large data protection. So we need a solution, a unique solution and centralized one to manage all this data set. We need a solution to manage hybrid storages because, as you know, and as you know, actually you have data spread on different technology of storages, NAS, distributed file system, tapes, cloud, and so on. So you need a solution able to manage all this kind of technology. You need a solution to have this data available all the time and to be able to move data and to bring this data available when a user needs it. You need a solution also to be able to manage data migration and to move efficiently large numbers of files, even small or large files between heterogeneous and hybrid storages. And you need a flexible and scalable solution because volume are still growing, and the solution you choose today has to be able to help you to manage volume you will have to manage tomorrow. So you need a scalable and a flexible solution to be able to adapt it to the storages you will choose today or tomorrow, and able to manage volume and the growing of volume in the next month and next year. So very important things. I think all these aspects, our solution can help you to manage all these points. So our solution on the side, the Myria solution. So Myria, it's Atempo in a Atempo platform, an Atempo software platform. This Atempo software platform has inherit of all technology and innovation developed and used by Atempo. It's a proven solution already used by a very large customer, and based on this platform, Atempo has released solution specifically designed to address all these challenges, including backup, migration, archiving, and data moving. This complete solution, it's totally adapted to manage heterogeneous architecture and also very large scale architecture, and to manage also the ability to scale quickly and easily. As you see, the architecture of the product is based on different components. We have a server and a component called data mover. And thanks to this component is responsible for the data move data from this point to Wasabi on this slide and on today on this presentation. And if I need more performances to move data to Wasabi, I have just to add more data movers. And if I need less performances, I have just to reduce the number of data movers. Just a point and a comment on this point. We have the limit. The limit is based on the source storage because we share resources between the data movement and also the production because you have user consuming this source storage. The limit you can reach is the limit we have regarding the source storage and the bandwidth and the connection between the source storage and our infrastructure. So very, very interesting solution. More widely, we have a global overview of the architecture. So we have a myriad server, as we have seen before. We have the ability to add a second one to create an high availability architecture. And we find here our data movers to be able to spread the load between the different and to split the load between the different data movers, but also to do task prioritization, to be able to manage the failover if we lost a data mover during a data movement. Or also the last point, and very interesting one, the ability to integrate our solution with third-party solution. Our solution has the ability to be able to be available through API, REST or SOAP, and we have already existing integration with existing MAM, Media Asset Manager. So our solution is fully integrable in an existing architecture, in an existing infrastructure with existing automation in place. Our solution is also designed for large volume, large number of files, but even large volume of data. It's designed for very high performance data movements, and it's a fully open storage format and no vendor locking. We don't have a proprietary format to store data. It's fully open and we store in open format. And finally, and the last interesting point, the support of all storage type, disk, object, cloud, tape, and optical drive. Jean-Michel?
Thank you. Indeed, the customers, they have a lot of data to manage, and this exponential growth requires a lot of storage capacity. And when it comes to pricing, it is very important to compare how much it's going to cost. So on our website, we do have a price comparison tool, so you can go and compare the prices. But here in this example, where we take an example with 1 petabyte of data and 20% of egress activity, which is not that much, you can see that the other big competitors, Amazon, Azure, Google, they are about around $500,000 when we are just above $70,000 per year. So there is a clear price benefit using Wasabi. I was also referring to performances. The performances result from the design of our architecture, which is made with a lot of servers, a lot of redundant components, an Azure coding algorithm to distribute the data across the multiple servers and multiple disk drives, which is going to ensure both extremely high performances and as well which will deliver the 11.9 data durability. We did a benchmark to compare ourselves with Amazon S3, and from the report you can download on the website, you have a screenshot on this slide. We are basically an average 5 times better than Amazon for a price which is 80% less. The other thing is, where do we store your data when you work with Wasabi? We have currently 3 data centers in the US, 2 on the East Coast and 1 on the West Coast. We opened last year, about a year ago, a European data center, which is located in Amsterdam. And we opened earlier this year in Japan, a data center, which is also co-hosted by NTT. The customers, they are connecting to our Wasabi storage using mostly a regular internet connection, 1 gigabit, sometimes less. Some other customers, they can enjoy a more dedicated direct connection to our solution, or using a 10 gigabit internet access, which is usually the case in the media entertainment market. The important point is that if you're a Wasabi customer, you're not necessarily bound to one particular data center. You can decide based on your activity to create buckets in the different data centers which are currently available. You choose where the data will be the most suitable located for your customer requirements. As we said, Wasabi is S3 compatible. As Wasabi is offering only object storage solution, so we have to work with several application vendors, and we do have a lot of technology partners, and Atempo is part of these important technology partners. We have more than 200 technology partners. They started by support the S3 protocol, which became a kind of de facto standard. And today, every application vendor who supports protocol S3 is going to work nicely with Wasabi. And probably during the demonstration, Louis is going to explain how easy it has been for him to integrate Miria with the Wasabi solution. So to summarize, and before I hand it over to Louis, who's going to present the demonstration, we have a powerful solution. We have a powerful and also very cost-effective solution, which is even more critical these days, where company wants to work with the most cost-effective solution. It's an open solution. It's a secure solution, but both Miria, Atempo, and Wasabi do not lock the customer with our solution. It's flexible and it is scalable like any object storage solution, which is exabyte scalable solution. So Louis, I believe you have a great demonstration to show us, and we'll listen to you.
Yes, I will try to illustrate you how it's easy to start to archive to cloud thanks our both solution. So I switch my screen and I will start to create my trial bucket and my free trial bucket on the Wasabi website. So I fill the form with my information. Just a few minutes to finish to write my information. So I will receive an email. I jump to my inbox. And I will start to create my credential to access to my Wasabi account. So I will start to create my, take a few minutes to load up. It's okay. So I go up on security. Yep, and I will create my access key. So create, I have my access key, I copy. I will take my secret key also. Right here, sorry, and I copy all the key in my clipboard and I switch to the Miria solution. So here I will create a storage manager. So I have already indicate the type of the storage manager. It's a generic S3 storage manager. I fill with the URL of the Wasabi API. I validate and I create my container. My container is an equivalent for buckets in Miria wording. I fill and I choose a name. Wasabi bucket demo. I prefer without spaces. And I will pass my access key I've created before. And now my secret key. And I take the same name for the bucket name. You have seen I haven't created my bucket before in Wasabi interface. So Miria will deduce this bucket. This doesn't exist. So it will automatically, Miria will create automatically this bucket because it is not existing on Wasabi side. So with the first archive task I will initiate, the system will automatically create the bucket on the Wasabi side. So just a minute, I create my archiving policy. So my archiving policy will be called ATA archive to Wasabi. I choose a retention, so I will store my data forever on free version. And I choose my storage manager. I've just created Wasabi bucket demo. Here I have my project archive. I choose the archiving policy I want to use with this archive project. Up, and I choose the archiving mode. And now I will create a task to decide which data I want to push and I want to archive to Wasabi. So I create a new task, an automatic archiving one. I fill a name and I choose a name. So Windows Server, because I move data from my Windows Server to Wasabi. I choose an existing Windows Server I have declared before. And I decide to move all data in payment points to my Wasabi project. So I just finished my archiving task, and now I start my archiving task. So the system will scan and start moving data from my Windows Server architecture to Wasabi. And you can see the system has created a bucket and start to upload my data to Wasabi. And as you can see, we have already data available in my bucket. So very easy to start, very easy to configure, and very, very, very easy to start archiving to cloud and to starting to manage and to reduce my cost by archiving data to Wasabi thanks to the Mirai solution. So I have finished with the demo, very simple one. And if you want to do as we have done today, you can also try our session by yourself. After this demonstration, you can access to our both solution, 30 days and limited to 1 terabyte. You will be able to access to Miria and also to a Wasabi trial account to try our solution by yourself and to see how it's simple and easy to set up an archiving workflow to Wasabi. Now we can listen your question and try to answer to everyone. Please use the chat to raise your question, and Jean-Michel and me will be very happy to answer to everyone.
Thank you very much, Louis. The demonstration was extremely interesting, and it showed clearly how easy it is to combine Miria and Wasabi. I noticed while you were presenting some of the questions, I got some questions which are more focusing on Wasabi, and let me answer a few of these questions, and then I will let you answer the Atempo questions. Some of the questions were about Wasabi were related to the European GDPR regulation, which is not only specific to Europe, but which is specific to every company who is doing business with European citizens. In order to be GDPR compliant, if you store your data in the Wasabi Amsterdam data center, this will be 100% GDPR compliant. And from our website, you can download our data protection agreement and get it as a proof of the GDPR regulation. I got another question which was asking about bandwidth optimization tools like Aspera or File Catalyst, which are the dominating companies to offer such a solution. For the moment, we use mostly a File Catalyst, but this is a sort of a service we provide to our customers to help them to do a quick migration from their on-premise data to the Wasabi solution, which is free of charge, but for usage on a regular basis, this is not available, and except if the customer, of course, is purchasing such a software solution. I got another question which was related to specific object storage, like number of buckets and number of objects per bucket. There is no limitation because object storage has been designed for exascale capabilities. So there is no limitation regarding the number of buckets which can be created under the same Wasabi account. There is no limitations regarding the number of objects which can be written in each and every specific bucket. And I remind you, because I see that there is a new question coming on the chat about the immutable buckets. Immutable buckets can be created by the users. And to summarize, if, for example, I decide put a 6 months retention period on one specific immutable bucket, every time there are new data which are being written on this bucket, for the following 6 months, nobody will be able to delete or to touch the data. And especially in the media entertainment market, where videos, which are large files, are proof of existence, are also the intellectual property of the companies. This is extremely important to have. Do you see, I see other questions which are more Atempo questions. Louis, if maybe you can answer some of them.
Yeah, I have chosen a few one. I have a question. If I buy Wasabi solution, I have the right to access to Miria. So to be clear, Miria and Wasabi, we have introduced you a joint solution today, and our solution can be used together, but it's two different solutions. So if you buy Wasabi, you have Wasabi. If you buy Miria, you have Miria. You can use these two solutions together, but it's two different solutions. One edited by Wasabi and one other edited by Atempo. So it's not a package you buy when you buy one or the other solution. So other question I have seen, if data push by Miria to Wasabi available from other solution, yes. All data push by Atempo Miria to Wasabi bucket are available with the S3 protocol, so you can access to this data from all the solution and from whatever S3 client to our solution. I'm looking for other question. No, I don't see a lot of other question. So I see also the time running. So yeah, Michel.
I saw a few other questions which are very similar. They are all related to two big questions. The first one is about the additional fees on top of the storage capacity which is stored on the Wasabi solution. It's clear that Wasabi is not going to charge for any additional operation, whether you do a lot of download, a lot of uploads, you do a lot of changes on your solution. At the end of the month, because we are usually charging on a monthly basis, at the end of the month, the customers, they only pay for the capacity. And just to remind you, it was on the slide, but I didn't clearly mention, we pay, you pay $5.99 per month per terabyte. So each and every customer who has a need to store more than 1 terabyte of data or 1 terabyte can enjoy using Wasabi to put his data in a safe and nicely protected location. I believe that's all on my side. One last question, yeah, which is interesting, is the solution synchronous or asynchronous? It's totally synchronous. So it means that when you upload data on Wasabi, as soon as the data are fully uploaded, they are immediately available. The time to access the first byte of a newly uploaded file is immediate, so there is no time to wait. I know that some other solutions, it takes several minutes, sometimes several hours to get access to the data. With Wasabi, the data are immediately available. I believe we are almost at the top of the timing which we were expecting to spend on this presentation. We do have maybe other questions. The webinar will be also available for the following 12 months on BrightTalk, so you can always contact us. On the chart which is currently displayed, you have both Louis' email address and my email address, so don't hesitate to contact us, and we will direct you to the most appropriate person based on your geography, based on your market segment and your activity. And we will be more than happy to welcome you in the Atempo and Wasabi team solution. So thank you, Louis, for your presentation, which was really interesting. But more importantly, a big thank you to all of the people who have participated to the call, and to all the people who will replay in a more suitable timing for them this presentation. We are here, Wasabi and Atempo, to support you. Feel free to contact us. Thank you very much, and we wish you a great day or a good evening where you're located in the world. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.